And it's a shame that I can't show you this in real time, but what happens in a conference like this is I'll mention my username, someone in the audience will have a question, or they'll say something as I'm talking, and then it'll get shown. I have it usually showing, scrolling in the background in real time. And the effectiveness is that I never miss what my audience is thinking, and they always get a chance to heckle me whenever I'm talking. But the real effect is that I have a record of my experience having spoken for people that I met, and I don't have to spend time or miss them on their way out. I can follow up with them later, and it's a wonderful tool for me as a speaker to connect with people in my audience. So to really address the question that I think is burning in your brain, how do you use Twitter? There are a couple of small conventions I'll share with you. One is the @reply I talked about, which is referencing someone's username. Then there's this hashtag, and so this is a great example. When the earthquake hit, I learned about it first via Twitter, and a lot of folks use this hashtag to raise a lot of money for Haiti. And one person was Wyclef Jean, and do you know who Wyclef Jean is? A performing artist, R&B. And he's Haitian, and he has this organization called Yele, which has been on the ground in Haiti for years. And when it hit, he just went into overdrive and started tweeting to his million-plus followers, donate money via my text messaging service. And he gave out the short code and the passcode, and folks were donating in $5, $10 increments. He raised over $2 million in 24 hours. They call it the $1 million tweet. I'm really glad they called something that was a donation related a $1 million tweet. And it turns out that places like Twitter are great places for compassionate minded people to gather and support each other. And Haiti's a great example. So the hashtag is called, this #. If you put that in front of your message or your word, it will be hyperlinked as well on the site, and a person can immediately click to see a search. So you said word Haiti, but you put a little hashtag in front of it. The user receives your message, they click on Haiti, they see that 100 other relevant messages. And so it's a great way to link up to a greater meme, a greater theme on the site. And then what happens is when these get used very much, they become a trending topic on the site. And when you're a trending topic, you get sort of historically documented. A lot of folks will add to that, add to your voice, the purpose what you've said. And it's a great way to add power to your message. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to skip the rest of this. Except, I do want to talk about how to use it and some of the ways that I use it. But my purpose in coming up here was to talk about Twitter, past, present, and future. Talk about the past, a little snapshot of what's going on in the present right now with this hashtag business, trending topics, etc. And the future is, again, what's happened in the past. We will see these small societies form around certain events, like Haiti, like Iran, in places where text messaging is the only internet. And then we, as a sort of a greater web-based community, can support them by repurposing their messaging and sending it off and supporting and basically repeating it. And so I was both gratified and also, well, I guess I should say, it filled me with a sense of purpose when folks were using Twitter to support people in Haiti, and still do, because I think that's its best example. Real-time support of real people in real places in need. And beyond telling stories or bringing attention to your project or marketing your book or whatever, it's a way to connect with people who really need your help or need your advice. And so beyond this talk, I'd like to encourage you to reply to me in public, or direct message me, or at least just ping me at Dom, and I can follow up and answer all your questions as we go on throughout the weekend.
Well, why don't we take questions? Can we do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, who's ever got a question about how to use Twitter? Please.
Get one.
Well, I haven't built as many followers as quickly as I'd like to. Do you have any advice on strategies, methods, things to help those?
Great question. I get this a lot. My response has been to focus less on the number and focus more on who they are. So you want someone like me following you because at some point you see something really cool and might retweet you, and then you get a lot more followers that way. People that I value highly. You want to find people that you really look up to and get them to follow you, whether they have a lot of followers or not. And what I used to do is finding people who weren't yet on Twitter and get them to join it by following me first. Turning someone onto the service is a great way to kind of convert them to your way of thinking and get them to be a fan of yours. And what you're looking for are these fans. You're not looking for followers, you're looking for fans. looking for someone who will get your message, repeat it, or get your link and click on it, or hear your thing and go and do something based on what you've said. It's wonderful to have a lot of numbers up there, but it's way more interesting to have people doing stuff based on what you said. So, does that help?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. We have a hand. Go ahead.
You mentioned that you reserve words. Is reserving a word like getting a short thing that you can use as a link or something else?
It is what it is getting another account. So the question was,
oh, you're counting.
what does it mean to reserve a word? And what I've done is I've gone and created another account using the character string of choice, whether it's a word or acronym or whatever.
Okay, and then when you have a whole bunch of accounts, how do you, if you want to send the same message to everybody or know how many, I guess, how do you get it all organized?
Yeah,
also without it taking a lot of time to go from one to another.
It can take time, however, I'll show you right now. Tweety for the Mac, wonderful tool. TweetDeck for PC or whatever, another tool. Seismic, these are tools that are all available and you can find them at 140.com, O-N-E-F-O-R-T-Y. 140. It's an applications and an application aggregator and directory. They allow you to search on any one of these tools to find out exactly what you're looking for your.
Can you repeat that?
It's called 140, O-N-E-F-O-R-T-Y. You can search for 140 on the internets. And essentially, one way to aggregate all of the activity is I use another short link service, I wish I could show you, called Bitly, bit.ly. And what that does is shortens my URL that I'm using, saves me characters, but also allows me to see who and how many people have clicked on my link. And so if I have 3 or 4 accounts and I want to use those accounts to broadcast my message over time, for example, as soon as the news breaks, I'll put it out over my main account. The next morning, I'll put it out over the book account. The next morning, I'll put it out over maybe another account, or another time of day, I'll use another account. But I use the same link to broadcast the message. And that link has an aggregate click count. And it's that click count that I'm curious about. I want to see how many people have actually clicked on that link. And then from there, how many people bought the book, or attended my conference, or done whatever. And it is measuring that activity level that you want to focus on, not the number of people following you, but what they've done, how many people actually acted your stuff. I'm going to go over here.